Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I need to tell you a story. I've told this story before, but stories take on different meaning when you see them in a different time, in a different context. And you know what I'm talking about. Stories that you heard when you were a child feel real different as an adult. Anyway, this is one of those stories. So I was on a flight, and the flight was stopped. We were on a ground stop. We couldn't take off because of um, lightning and what have you. So the crew couldn't come out. We were already pulled out, ready to take off. We couldn't go anywhere. And we were sitting there for 2 or 3 hours, a good time. And it was a short flight that was supposed to land within like 40 minutes or something, but we couldn't take off. So we were there, 2 hours longer than we would have expected because we had expected to be where we were going to be. Anyway, I'm sitting on the plane, and a young man comes to the front. Now, they had passed out all the peanuts they had in the back. They had no more peanuts. They, did their thing. Now, in the front where I was, there was, like premium snacks and things, and they had that basket, and they were going around with it, and it seemed like an endless basket. Anyway, a young man came up from the back of the plane and asked the flight attendant if he could please have something from the basket because he was observing Ramadan and he had planned to break his fast when he got in with his family where we were going. But it was past that time, and he was, rather hungry, but it was time for him to break his fast. And he asked if he could have something from the basket. And the flight attendant told him no, that it was, the snacks were for the people in first class. And I, even though I was sitting in first class, I was kind of horrified. But I knew that there was something I could do. I'm an expert traveler. I'm at least 1,000,000 miles on every airline. And, I don't check luggage, but the joke is that, sometimes my luggage has more food than it has clothes. So, because, I'm vegetarian, I'm traveling, sometimes I'm going to get in late, and there's nothing, to eat, and room service or whatever. So I always have something that I can do. So I had protein bars, and I had protein powder to make drinks. I had a few crunchy snacks in my bag, some nuts and things, and I had all kinds of stuff. So I pulled out my luggage, and I took out all this stuff. I said, "Young man, wait." I took it out, pulled out all this stuff, and I was like, "Here, you can have all of this." He looked at me. He was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, And so I said to the flight attendant, "May I have a bottle of water, please?" And of course, she gave it to me. So I got the water, and I was like, "You just put this protein powder in there, and that, and shake it up. You got a good protein drink, and all of these, and this, So he was all teary, and "Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you, thank you." Flight attendant was like, "That was very nice of you," and I was like, we all going through a journey together, and his Ramadan is my Lent, and the whole thing. Anyway, so when we landed, going through the airport, young man caught up with me. He may have caught me like right when we came off. He may have just run through and caught me, um, and he had wrapped in a napkin some dates. And you don't, after you break your fast, then you share the sweetness of a date. And he explained to me, when you help someone break the fast, you have fasted also. You have set this time aside as well. And he thanked me for helping him in the breaking of his fast. And I was so moved. He had no idea that, I was one that, fasted regularly. And, I kind of said to him, I really understand the breaking of fast. I get it. I think I even had some liquid soup, some powdered soup. They're pretty sure I had some powdered soup that you could put the water with. I had it all. But he was so grateful. He was so very grateful. And his family was grateful. And I was grateful. I was really grateful for the gift of being pulled into his fast. And I see now in this time that we're in seeing this story, really how connected we all are, because we're all going through something and we're all going to need some assistance. And there is no first class and coach when you're in need and you're all delayed and slowed down from purpose. There is no better or worse. There's just Alawi, and Alawi better find a way to love one another better. I love you.